Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekends, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. And first of all, I would like to start with an apology. If you hear some sporadic thudding or banging going on in the background, apparently there's a fireworks display going on. About a kilometer that a ways. I didn't realize it was happening today considering it's raining outside, but it's supposed to be going on from 6 to 6:40. It is now 6:06, so it kind of just started, but I need to record now or else I'm not going to be able to finish in time before I go to bed. So, pardon the fireworks display going on in the background, but let's check back in with Mr. Woosung one time. We checked out Day That I Died when that dropped, and it was spectacular. But the full drop is here. I believe it's 444, like 4 4s, the name of the album, right? It's a studio length album that's dropped yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was a Friday drop. I could be wrong on that, but we do have a brand new Woosung release to check out. We're going to be checking out the MV now. As for the rest of the album, I want to get around to it, but there is a little bit of a time constraint this week. Like, this weekend I have to prepare for a presentation that I have to give next Wednesday, and of course the academic year or calendar for me. My fall semester started this past weekend. It's green light go. We are cramming in all the assignments right away, so do bear with me. I do plan on getting around to the rest of the album though. But in the meantime, let's check out the MV and let's check out the music for 44, shall we? Roll intro. I do see, I think this should be pretty important to point out. There isn't bright lights epilepsy warning, like photosensitivity warning. It first line in the description, so for those of you who are photosensitive, please do watch with care, or maybe just listen to it in the background, or you know what? Go stream the song on your streaming platform of choice, I think. Cool. I don't want to be hurting people if I can help it. So, 44 for Get Forever, Sunday one time. Also a long MV, 5 minutes. Woosung, you are treating us today. Guess volume rocker's not gonna work today either.
It should be effortless, a little of nothingness. It could be anything but this. Remember to take it in.
You know what's really cool already? The kind of classical piano element, the rhythm pattern is keeping it classical, but the digital beat gives it a little bit of a skip.
If heaven and hell were to collide, would you choose darkness over light?
I'm loving the digital reverb here.
You behind, 'cause no one lives forever. Forever's just a word that everybody says.
That slow growth is really cool.
Forget forever.
Why did that scare me? I jumped. I actually jumped. It's also a wee bit loud on the ears. Oh! I was wondering where this growth was gonna go. EDM banger? Lock and load one time. Why am I really invested in this?
Maybe another life will be amazing. we'll go back to who we were.
And again, it's that the classical piano retaining a more classical rhythm pattern. Everything digital takes a digital, like modern rhythmic pattern, and you get a bridge of the two during the verses. That's really cool. Having said that, verse 2 has a much more prominent, like, EDM influence to it. Especially this build. I feel like because the verse itself was more prominent, this second release is going to be a lot more prominent. All right, we've got a driving beat now. And I see why the photosensitivity warning was in here. Oh, we're still going up. Okay. It's still growing. This song has been going for over 4 minutes and it's still growing. Dramatic choir synths. Ooh. There are also some gorgeous stills in this MV that you can pull for like wallpapers or for thumbnails. And then it goes super pretty right at the end. The way that song kind of twinkles away is gorgeous. Okay, so I immediately already want to go back and talk about how the song grows, because I want to play the first little bit and I want to go to the last little bit of the chorus. The difference is astronomical, right? Because you have
it should be effortless, a little of nothingness. It could be anything but this.
I think already off rip, that pairing is really cool. The fact that you have classical piano, boom, 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 boom. I think they're actually eighth notes, but it's just every quarter note is accented, so you feel those heavier. But you have that constant kind of like pulsating piano sound. Boom, 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 boom. And in between that, in the offbeat, you've got the digital pluck going on. No, it's like a battle of two sides now. You've got classical meets modern, and they are fighting it out to see who's gonna take the crown on this battlefield that is this song, essentially. Then you pair it with this gorgeous reverb. It is a long reverb that is on the song, and I'm trying to remember how long the reverb was in Day That I Die, but I feel like the reverb in verse 144 is significantly longer. I think it's really cool because this ends up becoming a more upbeat song, but that again is the whole kind of song evolution thing that I think 44 does ridiculously well. But let's just keep it going.
Remember to take it in. It might be the last time. we ever meet like this?
Yeah, it is eighth notes. It's just every quarter equivalent is accented.
Were to collide, would you choose darkness over light?
First, sound evolution, right? We've got more pulsating piano chords coming in. There is a noticeable jump because there's more moving parts being added to it. But you still get that same bass kind of pulsating instrumental section, whether you're team digital or whether you're team analog. That beat is still there, and it's still fighting with each other. And I just think that is so cool because it never feels like they're trying to one up each other or they're trying to go against each other, but they're doing two different things at the exact same time. And that kind of calculated turmoil, let's call it, I think is executed really well, because I think that's really easy to get wrong, and it doesn't feel like it's inherently wrong in this at all. In fact, that kind of turmoil thing plays into the whole song a lot better.
Did you leave enough of you behind? 'Cause no one lives forever. Forever's just a word.
Now that we got that first kind of oomph up from what the song started with, it's like if you have ever driven a manual car before, it's like turning the ignition and turning the engine on and just letting it idle in neutral is the very beginning. But now that you've got it into first gear, is where that first bump up came in. Now that you're in first gear, if you can get the car rolling, it's going to go and it's going to gain speed. Except speed in this scenario is volume, is the presence of the song. We're going to keep getting more and more and more as the song goes on. Really cool.
That everybody says when they get hurt.
Love a cheeky harmony there.
Forget forever.
That also may be the first time in a very long time or ever that I've physically jumped watching an MV on this channel. And I've been doing this for coming up to 2 years now with a lot of music, but I don't think I've ever been jump scared watching an MV, to my knowledge at least. But it looks like Team Digital is winning now, right? We've got proper EDM elements coming in.
Forget forever.
And especially because you don't really get that classical piano element anymore. Increase the atmospheric mix too. Wider reverb. Keep it building. Keep it building. Just keep it going.
Maybe another life.
And then run it verse 2. We run the whole thing over again. And it just continuously keeps building and building and building. And it's almost like this song, like you have to wait until the very end of the song for the song to like reach its pinnacle. And it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll Shadow Bon Scott one time. I just think this is very cool. And I mentioned this when we checked out Day That I Died, but apart from his various solo adventures through the through the 14 weeks of Superband, I'm not familiar with soloist Woosung's work. Apart from, what was the one song? California West Side CWS with BM. That's like the only soloist Woosung song that I know. So I am going into this entire 4444 project completely in the dark. I don't know if this is anything like what he's done before. I don't know if there's supposed to be a connected story across his multiple releases or what. All I know is I know what Woosung sounds like. That's it. So everything that I'm getting out of this era is a learning experience for me. I did not think we would be like traversing such a big sound gap between two songs than we have with pre-release Day That I Died and title track 44. Because 44 is not your regular old EDM banger, and Day That I Died is not your ordinary like emotional ballad. There's a little bit of extra sauce and gravy involved with both of them. And you really just kind of, there's no good way of articulating it apart from it's just Woosung being Woosung for me. Man, I am very excited to check out the album though, because there's some like creative artsiness going on, and it's very tastefully done, and I'm very much enjoying it. So again, same deal with Changsub's solo release 33 on that 1991 album as well, but don't freak out too much if there's no album listen in the next couple days or so. Life is very busy right now, but I do plan on getting around to the rest of this album at some point because I'm very curious. I want to learn, and I love Woosung's voice, and if I can take in more of it, I'm going to take in more of it. So I am going to leave it here for today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day today. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.